Hello everyone from a beautiful fall, autumn, call it whatever you want, day here in London. I hope you are having a great day and are doing good. So I'm sitting here on this spot. Right over there is the River Thames, and this is one of my local running routes. So if I wait a little bit longer, there's probably gonna be a few runners coming along. It's just really nice at the moment here. So this vlog is gonna be a little bit different than the others. It's not gonna show you like what I've been doing. It's more about what I'm going to do. I don't know how you set yourself goals or targets in life, but to me personally, I think it's very important to set myself goals, to keep myself motivated. I mean, life's way too short and there's so many great things like on my wish list that I'd love to do. So I use a bit of a technique that I want to talk about and I will share with you on what exactly I do to set myself those targets. I need pen and paper to show you that one. 1 second. So for me personally, setting goals is all about looking at where I am at and where I want to go or where I want to be. So I think it's essential to understand where you're at before you actually plan and set goals on where you want to be. The way I'm actually approaching like this first circle is by looking what I've done so far in my life. I look at areas like health, I look at areas like my work, my relationships, or just general activities. This is pretty much like a retrospective that I'm doing. So just going back like through my head or wherever you keep track of what you've been doing so far, just go through it, write it down and see where you're at. I've actually brought like this piece of paper like from a retrospective that I did last year, by the end of last year, where I just looked at what I've been up to in 2015 when I kind of like set my goals for 2016. And yeah, as you see over here, you know, I've just written down like a few of my activities that I've done like throughout the year. I did the Chicago Marathon, a lot of swimming, vlogging, went to a concert and all that stuff. And all of those activities that I've looked at, I've kind of like categorized them. You know, how many activities have I done were travel related, were like sports related, art related, family, social, diet and work related. And as you see, yeah, a majority of 2015 has been sports related. And yeah, that retrospective can give you a clue or an insight on what you want to focus on. For instance, you know, do you want to spend more stuff like on social like in the next year or in your next period, or do you want to travel more, or whatever area that you're looking at. And whatever you identify like as a target, as a goal, try to be as specific as possible. That doesn't mean, you know, that everything that's in here, right, can't change at all. There's gonna be like, especially if the time frame is huge, there's gonna be a lot of activities and things that are gonna enter like that circle in here, other tasks that you're gonna do. But what really helps me when I set myself goals is having like a few very high level important goals here that I make sure I'm not gonna lose focus on. And in that instance, for instance, the Ironman, like, or the wedding, and those are really important things that I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna hit. So maybe like you can look at that approach and take a little bit out of it and see, you know, where you want to go, where you're at the moment, and set yourself some goals and just go for it. I'm gonna start a new page now because kind of like my major goals for 2016 was the wedding and the Ironman, and I've kind of like, once I've ticked that, I've started like a new bubble, and let me show you what my next big thing is. So there you go, guys. I'm putting it out. after the half Ironman in Sweden that I did this year. This is also like, you know, when you set your new goals, just take, you know, what you had in here, and that also obviously becomes like your retrospective, because you've hopefully achieved your goals, and you can put it in the left hand side. So after like the half Ironman in Sweden, I kind of like knew, you know, like this half needs to go away. So I need to do the full distance Ironman, which is pretty much twice the amount of what I did over here in Sweden. I linked the video up here. So yeah, I'm proper excited. I'll be doing Ironman Hamburg, and yeah, it's out there now. I better get started like with a lot of my training, right? And I do really like sport related targets and goals, because I just feel it's only myself that stands in between the goal and achieving it, whereas in other goals that you set that might be work related, there's other factors. And on sports, I feel like I've got the control where I can achieve it. And what I find absolutely amazing is, like with this retrospective, like where you're at and where you want to be, is like once you've achieved something, like in this instance, like the half Ironman, you put it over here, and that immediately is in your bucket list. You know, you've done that, which will lead to yourself probably looking at other goals that are higher like than this one. So you're improving and improving constantly. And things, you know, like, I mean, if someone had told me here like 2 or 3 years ago that I'm gonna do like a full Ironman in 2017, I would have laughed, because I mean, I started vlogging like in 2016, which was, by the way, if I go back, also part of my goals for 2016. I can show you a picture. Let me show you a picture right here. This is how I looked like before 2016. So this whole sport thing was really important, like for me, to improve my health, lose a lot of weight. But anyway, if you're told this version here that I'm gonna run Ironman in Hamburg, I would have probably laughed at you. And this is great, like with the retrospective and setting yourself goals. You are capable of so much more, and I can only encourage each and everyone like to do this exercise now and then. Start off like with like small things. It doesn't have to be, you know, a 1 year plan. Like the time frame really doesn't matter. You can break it down like into a month or week or even daily. But thinking about what you've achieved, where you're at in life and where you want to go, that's the stuff that I want to share like in this video, and I hope it's inspiring the one on the other. So that was all I wanted to share with you. I'm looking forward to seeing what your next goals are. Leave it in the comments below. Share where you're at, where you want to be. Maybe we can help each other. I've already found like the YouTube community absolutely amazing, and I want to thank like everyone that's been watching so far. Thank you very much for just watching and liking and commenting. And I've met a few great people already on there, and I'm watching them and I'm seeing them like achieve their goals, and this is just absolutely great. And with that being said, the sun's setting right now. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful time achieving all the targets that you set yourself. And you know what? There's no issue not setting yourself any targets as well, if you just want to live happy and into the day. With that being said, over and out. Take care. Bye bye. Has anyone seen the top of my pen here? Oh, there it is.